Day of Get On ADV Fest, and I'm out riding with some guys who are camping near me. Dude from Michigan is camping right next to me, and then a father and son who the father is originally from Cresco, Iowa, which is right on the verge of the Driftless. And him and his son are down over from Minneapolis area. The son is currently leading. I started out leading and I was having some issues because I'm blind and I couldn't see the chevrons on the route line. So we're just out for a nice morning ride, doing the Friday Easy Loop, which is out into Wyoming. It's got some dirt or some gravel. I think there's a little bit of two-track on everything the way it sounded last night, but nothing too hairy. And then we'll see when I get back if I feel like doing the longer route or the more challenging route later, one of the more challenging routes. I'm definitely not going to do the difficult. I'm not in condition to do that kind of riding. And I am on a Super Tenere, which is really big for that kind of riding as well. So just out for a nice ride. It's about 175 miles. It's supposed to take about 4 hours. We'll see. The one guy has not ridden any gravel or dirt. The other two have ridden some, but not a ton. Obviously, I ride it a lot, so I'm not really concerned about the difficulty level. I figured I'd just take it a little bit easier and protect that shoulder. Keep myself out of the doghouse at home. Prevent myself from getting hurt again. Just take it easy and roll, you know. It's a real nice morning ride through the canyon here. Or one of the canyons. Got two BMW GS 1250s and a V-Strom. I believe it's a 750. Not positive. And then obviously my Super Tenere. But yeah, nice road. It's nice and dry, sun shining. What more can you ask for? And the pavement riding around here is fantastic. Got a chance to talk to her two wheels, Jess, last night. I did not get a chance to talk to Jordan, unfortunately. I will tonight or tomorrow. It's featured in many of her videos. Spite from Spite's Corner. Awesome people. Everybody I've talked to has just been fantastic. Jake the Garden Snakes, met him last night as well. So, and I got to talk to Stacy from Ride for Food. Ride to Food. Awesome people. If you haven't checked out any of their videos, all of them, their channels are fantastic. Their channels are much larger than mine, obviously, because I'm pretty new. But Jess has been doing, for her two wheels, she's been doing since 2019, 2020. Jake the Garden Snake's over a decade. Spite, he's been doing YouTube stuff for quite a long time. He worked for another channel, and I'm not even going to give the other channel the credence of actually saying their name. But he had a bad breakup with them about not quite a year ago and went out on his own. He had a channel already, but he wasn't really using it a lot, and his channel has just exploded in the last year as a result. And he's an awesome guy, really awesome guy, and he puts out really cool content. Lots of bike reviews, lots of really cool stuff, and really cool guy. Ride to Food, she's done a lot of Arkansas stuff in the last couple of years. She's done a really good partnership with the Arkansas Tourism Board, and her stuff is really cool. She's got some really, really great stuff down there. I haven't watched a ton of Jake the Garden Snake stuff. I will admit I'm relatively new to his channel, so I don't have a big, deep background on him. And as the magpie flies, she's just awesome. She has such a great personality. Her rides are so interesting. Her and her brother do a lot of traveling, especially around the Pacific Northwest and western Montana, which is where they're home from. She's originally from western Montana. Her brother lives in western Montana. She lives in Portland, but she's done coast to coast multiple times. Very cool videos. She has some, actually, if you really want to spend some time, she has one of her whole trips, and I think probably both of them, completely documented in one long video. She has individual videos for piece to piece, but she also did it as a long form. Really cool. Yeah, so those are the ones that I've met so far. Jordan, I'm looking forward to meeting him tonight. Hopefully I get a chance to talk to him a little bit. Just his videos. That's Jess's husband, by the way, from Her Two Wheels. And he does a lot of stuff. He does some really cool build work. He does his own work on his sport. He's got rides a Sportster. And just does really cool stuff. Does some ride videos with Jess, some ride videos solo. And a lot of build videos. You know, build out for prepping their truck for the toy hauler and things like that. So it's really pretty cool. Check him out. It's kind of funny. The dad's like, we're not very fast. I let his son lead. I'm like, yeah, dude, you're pretty good. Your son's pretty good. He leads pretty well. He's got some speed to it. Of course, he's on a GS. Extremely capable bike. We just got done with the first gravel section, and I didn't record any because it was a little hairy in some spots, but it was fun. Everybody made it through. Father and son ended up slowing down. We had to wait for them for a bit, but that's okay. They rode their own ride, and they did it the right way. So we had a couple of guys buzz by us on a couple of African twins that made us look like we were going backwards. And you know what? They were riding their own ride. I'm all for it. It was a good ride. Good little route, though. It was fun. Some challenging bits, but nothing terrible by any means. Hey, we got another gravel section coming up from the looks of it. Out on a gravel section. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. We picked up a fifth bike, a guy named Kyle from Milwaukee. Seems like a cool dude. And yeah. And this is a beautiful view, so I figured I would take it in for a little bit. Huh, looks like we got pavement again. Huh. Yeah, well. And calling it pavement is generous, I would say, but whatever. What a cool place. Oh man, it is tight curve after tight curve after tight curve on this. It's fun, but I'm actually getting a little tired of it. The dude that's with me, he's got to be getting sick of eating my dust though, because he's been behind me this whole time, and he's hanging with. He's doing great. He said this is his first time off road with a big bike. He's got a dirt bike. He's done plenty of off road stuff. It's just not with his big GS. So it's definitely a learning experience for him, and I hope he's having a good time. He's been smiling every time I saw him and said he's coming back next year. He already made the decision, so I pretty much can say the same for myself. I will be back next year. Wouldn't mind bringing something a little smaller, but I'm not sure if something smaller is going to be in the budget. So. Well, I might have to bleep that part. Frickin' wild, man. That is so cool. It's kind of funny. The guy that I'm riding with didn't actually know I had a YouTube channel. I thought I'd told him yesterday and he didn't know. He's like, dude, I'm riding with a YouTuber. Dude, I'm a nobody. But I have a channel. It's a baby channel, but I have a channel. So he's thinking it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Seems like a really good guy. Very happy-go-lucky kind of fella. It's really a nice dude, so... He's hung with me. He hasn't ridden a lot of gravel, and he's hung right with me all day. He's doing a great job. I'm really impressed with him. Spearfish Canyon. Always a beautiful ride. The hard part of it is obeying the speed limit, because the speed limit's really low, and I'm struggling with that, as I always do. Always such a beautiful ride through here. I love it. I've done it fair number of times over the years, and I always enjoy myself on it. But I also always struggle with the speed limit. Must be a cafe racer convention as well out here right now because we've met like a fair number here in the last few minutes. Or a cafe racer group that came out or something. They're cool little bikes.
As the day wore on, I started to get tired and got a little bit less talkative. So, doing a little bit of post work here to kind of wrap up the day. Robert and I, the guy who was riding with me, worked our way back towards the Buffalo Chip after riding Spearfish Canyon. We went through Lead and Deadwood en route back to Sturgis. We got back in and stopped at the local gas station and actually have a little bit of a funny story from there. It was hot. I was getting dehydrated. Grabbed a Gatorade and a jar of pickles. If you know, you know. Uh, and went back out to my bike and opened the jar of pickles and started drinking the pickle juice because I was starting to feel like I was going to get cramps. And I decided it was better to get some fluids in me. And that is a great, great way to deal with that. There was a mother with two children in her car parked next to me. And as soon as I put the jar down from my first drink, her window opened and she was just laughing. The kids were just dumbfounded that this guy was standing there drinking pickle juice in the parking lot of the gas station. But it was not a big deal. They're like, "Are you going to eat the pickles or are you just drinking the juice?" I'm like, I'll eat the pickles as well. And but they learned something that day, and it was just kind of a fun little event. And after that, we went back to the chip, relaxed for a while, had dinner, hit the vendors a bit, and called it a day relatively early because it was a long day. And then we'll wrap the video with actually a picture of myself and Kevin, father of the group that was father of the father son duo that was with us earlier in the day. And yeah, so that kind of wrapped up the day. I don't remember what the event was that evening. I was talked by a couple of different talks by a couple of different groups that I was able to listen in on and enjoyed, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. All right. Thanks for following along.